The next one, a lot of people don't know about that. And as you can see, there's a big warning sign over here. And the reason is that I never tested it myself. But, so this is cheapo cold pack. A lot of people don't know. And as you feel, like there's like a little punching stuff. What they are, if you can see the content, it's water and urea. Yes, you would. So they're the same part of it. It's crystals that you can create, and they'll create a chemical. So, and again, for the sake of the experiments, we'll sacrifice this. So a lot of people, they carry this, and this is one trick also, when you carry this in your backpack, do not carry this that way, because what it is that when this breaks down, which is, well I'll show you, the reaction happens. So if you put that in a backpack and it compress, it breaks down. So that's why, and I've learned that the hard way a few times. But look what you got here. So this is what a cold pack does. So basically it's granules of whatever, I think there's urea is one of use, and there's another one, I forgot the name of it, but those are pretty much the two products that they have. But if you read on every constant, again, by law, they have to put what's inside. So you got your water pouch, and you got little beads there that creates a reaction. Well, this should be sterile water, because obviously they cannot make it go bad and everything, and they shouldn't be able to put chemicals as well, or else it would compromise that. But again, I didn't check that out. So, but if you would be in a condition that you would need water, that's about 200 cc's, 200 millimeters, or 375, I think, of water. So as you can see, it's a pretty decent bag of water. And actually, this is how now I carry my cold packs. And I'm going to do a video on that, but this is how I carry my cold packs. You see like the difference? Well, basically now you took the water. So all you have to do when you're at home, and that's what I did in the past, you calculate how much, you write down in the bag, and then when you need a cold pack, you just add the water that they say over here in that, and then you have now a cold pack. But as you can see now here, there's no risk of spilling. It's much smaller than this, and as you can see also, not only that there's water, but there's air inside. But again, the big warning, I never tested it, but there's water inside. So now you have this. Well, if you look also on YouTube, there's some people that use those compress, and what they do with the cold pack is that they can do smoke bombs, and that means that now you can also have a signals to if you need to be found, you could have a signals of something that could make a big cloud of white smoke, and that's the other use of your cold pack. So not only that you have water to bring you up to there, but if you're able to make one of those smoke bombs, and I'll put the links down, then now you can make a smoke signals. And this is, in my part, it's not so good, because the problem is with those is that they freeze in the cold, so you cannot really leave them in the car. But all it is basically, it's purified water, 99.05%, and it's how much is it? It's about 4 ounces. So I got 4 ounces of water. Well, now suddenly, I think in that kit too, there's some, I don't know exactly, because this is from another kit that I have, but that means now you have also water to drink. So that means it could be good for washing your eyes, but that means also now you can drink the water that you, so you have some. They talk about 2 pair of oval-shaped pads. I presume that it's pads for, like in gauze pads, but if it's not, and it's those plastic protector for the eyes, you could make a pair of glasses as well with those. And I'll put a link of a video that I did where I use 2 It's called the pinhole glasses. So in the pinhole concept is you have to have a shape. So if I take a piece of plastic like this, flat, and I just put holes in it, it doesn't work. But the refraction of the light, because of the shape of it, can create glasses. And actually I did 2 of sporks, and that's the video that I did, and it worked pretty good. And as you can see, I'm wearing glasses and I could see. Not as great, but I could see. So in some conditions, it's not every conditions, but in some condition, creating those glasses could help. So if you have 2 protectors, that means that you could also create glasses with that. If you know a pair of tweezers, and I'll show a picture now. The good pair of tweezers are a piece of metals that and pretty spiky. Well, I think you could probably use that for either a trigger for a trap, or even just as a fish hook. So those old fish hooks where you have like the 2 parts, well, one is already pointy, and only that is that your tweezers are flashy. So that means that now you could probably do some fishing with that. And so another thing that was in the first aid kit was glasses that I'm supposed they're like this, and probably even they're the other models that are a little bit more like encompass and stuff. Well, with those glasses, if you have enough tape, you could make those Eskimos sunshade. So basically, if you put 2 tapes and just leave a little lid like that, that means now with your shades you can create some sunglasses. So if sun, and especially here when we have the winter and the snow blindness is a big issue, well, now you can create a pair of glasses. The other thing that was in the package is something called Red Z Pickup Powder Package, and I never seen that product itself, but in the hospital we use a similar product. So when we use canister to aspirate gastric content or something, before we put it for biohazard issues, because it's liquid and we don't want it to fall down everywhere, we put a little liquid, and it's a little bit like creating jello. So it solidified the liquid, and what it does is that now there's less chance of spilling it everywhere. Well, now you can use that product obviously for its purpose, but another purpose that you could use it is for signals. So if you have any food coloring or something that could color liquid, and you put that and you mix that with this, and at worst, I mean, even your urine, I mean, it would be yellow. So if you're on the snow, instead of just peeing on the snow in it, it would be able to be covered, and you would have to cover it if anything. The wind would move it. Well, now if you can create a paste with that powder, that now suddenly you could make a SOS or arrows saying in which direction you're going. So you could use this product as a signal device for either safe people from the ground, or most likely for people from the air. So you could use that product to, or if you're in a car, so that means you could put it on the top of your car, and it gets pretty sticky. So that means that you could even stay on the car like this, and even you could protect it with a piece of plastic or a poncho or something to make sure that it stays on. And now suddenly people could identify you from the top. And adding color is just, it makes a contrast, more appearance, or whatever. People are far up in the air, you could see it. There was some shoe covers. Well, you could probably make, I don't know the quality of them because I don't have them in my hands, but if they're plastic and with some tape and cordage, you could make even a bolo out of it. So that means you could have another weapons that you could create to go, or there's tons of other uses, or you could use it for your shoes as well to create actually a pair of shoes. But the gauze himself would be a great thing for that, to do a pair of shoes to that. But also if you're in a heated, so if it's heat that is the issue, now you can make a carpet, because this retains water a lot, so that means you can cool yourself up with this. Another thing you could also do, if you would be stuck in the city, and it would be a riot kind of stuff. You could create a mix of antacids, so like Tums and things like that, and water, and this would help if there's any tear gas use. And this is from a book that I read on how to survive a war zone, and it's very interesting actually, and I'll probably do a video of that. But basically now you could create a substance that could help you pass through those. Anyway, this is my entry contest. I hope that was interesting, and I'll put the link of the contest, the link to my list of other items. And again, I wanted to focus on the first aid kit, but it will be my list of items of what they can use. And hopefully that was a useful video, and I'll talk to you soon.